We continue the shiur in the Garden of Emunah. We're on page 66 on the preservation of the world. Today I'm actually going to read directly from the Sefer all the way through, because I do believe it's very, very important message that the rabbi is giving here word for word. Without Emunah, there's no explanation as to why one must choose good over bad, or why there must be social order, or why one must raise a family. Why should there be responsibility and morality? If life is limited and death is final, then why not let the strongest survive, prevail, and have a good time in the meanwhile? If there's no accountability in the next world, no judge and no judgment, why not do everything that you can get away with? But with Emunah, we know that there is a supreme judge and that we are all held accountable for everything we do. Without Emunah, people and nations do as they see fit. The world looks like a lust factory. Without blinking an eyelash, people are unfaithful to their partners in wedlock, even if it's the spouse of a best friend or a relative. People cheat, lie, and steal. In the name of business, it's business. Without Emunah, they freely covet what's not theirs and invent dozens of justifications in their minds for doing what they want to do when they want, whether or not it's illegal or immoral. In short, they're not satisfied with their lot. Without Emunah, one can create an ideology from any lie, even if it's the exact opposite of truth. To this day, there are societies that glorify murder in the name of their skewed ideology. There are societies that glorify robbery and encourage robbing the rich to give to the poor. If they would only have Emunah, they wouldn't arrive at such perverted ideologies. They would know that there was a master creator. He alone decides who will be rich or poor, and that no one has the right to take the law into his own hands or to try to overturn divine providence. The whole world is full of these deviated ideologies. Without Emunah, everyone decides his own truth, which is nothing other than a total lie that is liable to lead to the destruction of the world. Look at the revolutionary movements that sprung up in history: fascism, communism, military dictatorships, and the like. All claim to be, and still claim to be, wherever they still are practice, truth. But with Emunah, one connects to the absolute truth, the Creator's truth. No deviation of his word would become an accepted school of thought if Emunah prevailed in the world. For everyone would know that the only truth in the world is the Creator's word, which never changes. That's why Emunah alone can assure the preservation of the world. In fact, it's the foundation that the world stands on. We've explained many, many times that Emet and Emunah are inexorably bound. Emet means Emunah, and Emunah means Emet. It's back and forth one, and it's all Echad, and that's what Hashem is. Hashem is Echad. What this all means is that the Emet is only possible for one truth, and any other truth is not true. For example, this is a book. There's no other truth about this. It's a book. That's it. It's not a scissor, and it's not a coffee, and it's not a phone. It's a book. There's only one truth. Emet could only be one. And Hashem is one, and that's why Hashem is Emet. Automatically he has to be Emet, because he is the oneness. So anything that has one to it, one truth, which is only one truth, and that's what we're going to explain now in the next piece, which is the Torah. There's only one truth. We need to understand and get rid of anything that's not according to the Torah. Anything that's not ideologically follows along with that. We need to look into our life and see what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong, and recognize where the falsehood is, and then bring it to the Emet. And then when we bring it to the Emet, now we can get to Emunah. And that's what we're explaining over here.